So in this lecture, I'm going to talk more reason why we have to learn about ARM architecture. And these days, a number of system is based on the virtualization features. And talking about the virtualization features and hypervisor are used in a number of the projects. So if you would like to understand the layout of the hypervisor architecture, the understanding of the ARM architecture is important, because in order to understand the foundation of hypervisor, and you have to understand exception levels and corresponding system register. So what you can see is the typical diagram based on the virtualization system. Here, there are two operating systems in the virtualization system. And here, what you can see is ER0, ER1, ER2, ER3, which is the exception level in this case. So every time you look into the diagram that represent the software architecture, and you will see that this term exception level. So if you do not understand what the exception level is, and it is hard for you to understand this diagram. And this is another diagram that specified some privilege level, privilege mode, processor mode in ARM architecture. So in order to understand overall software architecture, and you need to understand the fundamentals of ARM architecture, such as exception level and the processor mode. And as I stated in the previous slide, and a lot of our system is based on the virtualization system, and to understand how virtualization features work and understanding of fundamentals of ARM architecture is also important. And this is another diagram that can be viewed from another perspective. And here is non-secure, secure, that is term to describe the trust zone features in the ARM architecture, and software that should be running as some security sensitive some execution environment, and that software should be running in the secure world. So every time you look into the diagram then written by chipset maker or security companies, and you will see this kind of diagram using secure world, non-secure world, and exception level. So in order to understand this software architecture, you need to understand the fundamental of ARM architecture. And these days, security features are extremely important in every software IT sector, especially in the automotive sector. Security features are extremely important. And details on security feature include secure boot and trust zone. All these security features can be implemented using the fundamental of ARM architecture. So that is another reason to why you have to be familiar with the ARM architecture. In summary, since the ARM processors are everywhere, in the mobile, some business, and IoT devices, and any embedded market, and you can see that all these types of projects are based on ARM processors, and then you will enhance your career if you are starting your career as ARM system software engineer. And then since that these days a lot of some advanced feature of ARM architecture is introduced these days, so understanding of ARM architecture could be the foundation to understand the Redis features that is supported by ARM version 9 architecture. So thanks for watching this video lecture. See you next time.